Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Pinterest in Real Life. I'm your host, Jay Abeda. This is the weekly DIY show in which a DIY noob tries to recreate Pinterest pins. So, spring is coming, so I decided to do something Easter-like without being overly Easter, because it could be more epic, right? So, instead of just doing normal eggs, this week I'm making dragon's eggs. I couldn't find an exact pin for this, so I kind of took ideas from different pins to create this, because I wanted to have those plastic Easter eggs you could still open and still be a dragon's egg. So let's go ahead and check it out. Using air dry clay, you will pull some small pieces apart and press them into dragon scale shape sizes. I would recommend starting at the top and work your way to the half point, being sure not to cover up or block where the egg comes together. Once this dries, it may break apart. You need to glue it back on. Maybe use some additional scales to cover up those pieces. At that point, you will use some kind of sealant. I use Mod Podge. Once this dries, then you can paint them. So that's it for this week's edition of Pinterest in Real Life. Hopefully you enjoyed this. It's technically a Game of Thrones spin-off type idea. I think it's awesome. I think the eggs look super cool, and it was a lot of fun. A little bit frustrating because the clay does dry out, so it is kind of like gluing it back on and doing it piece by piece. But after you seal it a few times at the end and then paint it, it seems to be just fine and stay in one piece. So don't get too frustrated if you try this. It will work. Just keep trying. And be sure to like and subscribe. And if you have any ideas for projects you want to see, make sure you send them into the comments. Find me on Pinterest. All the information's down in the description box for ways to get a hold of me. So I hope to hear from you. And I will talk to you guys later.